So welcome friends to my channel, the Market Solver. So this channel is dedicated for the technical analysis of various market indices. So basically we'll be starting with Banknifty and later on we'll be including Nifty, uh, FinNifty and Sensex also. And we'll be talking about the support and resistance levels which are very important if you want to trade in the stock market. So what we'll be doing today, what will we do that we'll be taking up the technical analysis and case study of 8th and 9th August Bank Nifty levels, and we'll see how I have made the levels and then how it has worked, like, and then I'll predict for the 12th August levels. So first we'll go to some basics of what is support and resistance. So what are support and resistance levels? So support and resistance levels are the key concepts in technical analysis because they are the very important concept in technical analysis. Without support and resistance levels, we cannot understand, we cannot think of any technical analysis. So it is why it is used. It is used to identify the price points on a chart where the probabilities favor a pause or a reversal of a prevailing trend. So what happens at the support and resistance level is that either the movement or the one-sided movement will slow down or it will reverse from that point. So first we'll talk about the support levels. What are the support levels? A support level is a price point where a downtrend is expected to pause due to a concentration of demand. So what we get at a support level is that there is a concentration of demand. Essentially, it is where the buyers step in to prevent the price from falling further. So buyers step in there, so buyers accumulate there, and the price stops there. It doesn't fall down further, and it either it takes a pause or it will reverse in the upward direction. So example is, if a stock price has repeatedly bounced back after hitting the rupees 5, suppose it is again and again it's coming to 530 and it is going back upwards, then 530 is considered as a support level. So that's how we identify a support level. Next, we'll talk about the resistance level. A resistance level is a price point where an uptrend is expected to pause temporarily due to the concentration of supply. So as in case of support, there was a concentration of demand. Here we have a concentration of supply. So this is where suppliers come in to prevent the price from rising further. Examples of, if a stock price has repeatedly fallen after reaching 1000, then rupees 1000 is the considered as a resistance level. So from there, if it repeatedly it is going and it is not able to go up further, so we can say that it is creating a great resistance to the price. So with this diagram we can understand the support and resistance levels. Suppose the price is moving from this level to this level, then it is coming back again it is deflecting, it is going up to the upper level, and again it is coming back. So here you can consider that this is the support level and this is the resistance level. So now what happens that the price breaks this level and it goes to the next level. So this level becomes now the resistance level, and if it comes down it becomes the support level. So previously it was the resistance level and now it has become the support level. So it goes to, suppose it goes to the next level, and it becomes, this one becomes the resistance level, and this one, the previous resistance, becomes the support level, and so on. In similar way, if the price is coming down also, the same things are applicable. So how to identify the support and resistance levels? So there are various methods by which we can identify the support and resistance levels. The first one is trend line. So we can draw these trend lines. Drawing lines connecting the high and lows on a price chart can help identify to find the support and resistance levels. Second method is to see the moving averages. The moving averages, this can act as a dynamic support and resistance level. So Actually, this also gives a measure of where the support and resistance levels are actually. And then historical data. So the most of the people use this historical data. Previous high and lows can indicate the potential support and resistance levels. So some people, what they use the combination of all the three things for their trading. So now for trading in intraday in Banknifty, suppose we are trading in options or something like that. Okay, so what we find is that certain levels are very important when we are trading for the intraday. So what I will do is that on a daily basis I'll provide certain levels, and you can see that the market, it uh, whether it follows those levels or not, and whether those levels are useful to you or not. So from all of these years of study, what I understood is that there are there are 4 to 5 levels that are very important in case of intraday trading. So the most important level here is the central pivot support. So the central pivot is the point, okay, so which depends upon the movement of a previous day. Suppose previous day Bank Nifty made a high of this much, it made a low of this much, it opened at this price and it closed at that price, okay, and then it makes a pivot point for the next day to follow. The pivot point will be the point around which the price movement will be there. So it is supporting, it is actually acting as a pivot. So above that is the resistance one, and below that is the support one. So actually what this resistance one, what is the function of this resistance one and support one is that they tend to keep the price range bound. Actually, most of the times you will see that the price is going one day, suppose there is a huge breakout, and the next day you see the price is moving in a range. So this happens when it is moving somewhat around the pivot point between the levels R1 and S1. Another thing, the next level will be your R2. R2 is what point? It is the breakout point. In case of lower breakout, like if it comes down, the price comes down, then the this point, the S2, is the breakout point. If it breaches the R2 or if it breaches the S2, then there will be breakout. And then there are targets, R3 and R4. Some important targets are there, up to which, suppose it breaches the R2 or it breaches the S2, then it has a tendency to reach these points, which are R3 and R4 or S3 and S4. So price movement can be of various types. Like in case of range bound price movement, what we see is that it moves around the pivot point like this. Like the movement is from R1 to S1, again from S1 to R1, and so on. Another type of movement can be there in which the price moves between the R1 and R2. So the entire day you will see that it kept on moving between R1 and R2, and it does not go out of that. Another type of price movement is that, suppose the price opens below the pivot point, then it moves above the pivot point, crosses the R1, and then it gets confined between R1 and R2. Similarly, other type of movements are that it crosses the pivot point, then reaches the R1, and then it reaches the R2, and then it is somewhat moving between R1 and R2, and if it breaches the R2, it moves up to R3 or R4 or even beyond that. Another type of movement is there where the suppose the price opens at the R2, at the breakout point, but it does not break out. What it does is that it will come down to the R1, then breach the pivot point, and then come down to the support 1 point, and then keep on moving between the resistance 1 and the support 1. Another type of movement is there where the pivot point, like it's somewhat like the previous one, it opens above the pivot point, then crosses the S1, and then it is moving between the S1 and the S2. Similarly, another type of movement is somewhat like I have shown you earlier, and that was case of an uptrend, and this is case of a downtrend. Suppose it crosses the pivot point and then crosses the S1, S2, and then finally reaches the S3, S4, and even beyond. So suppose we want to get some good number of points, so the movement where we can expect the movement will be higher. Movement will be higher if suppose it comes to the support 1 and then it has a tendency to go up to the central pivot and then move to R1 and then R2. So this can be a good gain of points for us. Like if it is moving in this direction, then we can get a we can put a C, or in this case we can go for a P. Similar is that if it moves from S2 towards S1, then it has a tendency to move towards the central pivot, and from there it will move to R1. So this can be a big gain for us. Like we can put a big target can be planned here. Similarly, big targets can also be planned when it is moving in a unidirectional movement is there. Suppose it crosses the pivot, then it is going to the R1, then that is one target, and then between R1 and R2, that will be another kind of trading will be there, and from R2 to R3, R4 and beyond. Similarly, if it is going downwards, the price is going downward, then you can take a P position. Like if it crosses from central pivot, if it goes to S1, then it moves to S2 and then S3, S4 and beyond. So from technical analysis, what I found out that these are the levels which we have to use for trading on 8th of August. Actually, these are based on the price movement that has occurred during 7th of August, and then we are predicting this price movement will give rise to this kind of levels on 8th of August. So on 8th of August, we can see that this point is your R2, R1, then this one is the central pivot point. All of that we had discussed earlier. Okay, so what we can see if we draw a picture for that, so this is the entire position where we should place our supports and resistances. So what we have to do is that we have to draw these lines on the chart, actually the main ones. We don't have to draw the minor levels, but we must draw the major levels on the chart so that it guides us. And we will also see one call option, that is 50,000 C. We'll also monitor this, and these are the levels that I have found out from there. And let us see, we'll be seeing that in the live market tomorrow. So let's see what happens, what comes up in the live market tomorrow. So friends, with the levels which I showed to you, actually those levels are made yesterday, and after making the levels, what I did was that I had drawn those lines, those levels on the chart, on the trading view chart. So on the trading view chart, you can see now I am opening the 1 minute candle. I'll go to the 15-minute candles. So what you can see is that this is what is the position today. This was the position yesterday on 7th of August, and this is the position today. So yesterday only I had drawn those levels on the chart, and as you can see that the market is moving exactly in the same fashion or up to the same levels which were predicted in those support and resistance levels. So this way we can follow the markets. Beside these levels, these actually are the main levels. Beside these levels, other levels are also there, that is in that list. So those levels can also be drawn as the market moves. But first what we can do is that whenever we get the levels the previous day, we can mark those levels on the chart. So that will help us to have a guideline of what to draw, means where the market actually is opening, where is the pivot point, and there where is the resistance 1, resistance 2, and then resistance 3, 4 and 5. Where are those resistances that we can know from the chart actually. And as the market moves, you can draw the minor levels later on. That is not a problem. You can always draw the minor levels later on into the chart. So can we do the same thing with the individual strike prices? Yes, it is possible, because here what I am showing you, it is the live market. Now you can see the market is running. Now the time is about 2:31 and the market is going on. And here what I had done, that I had made the levels previously yesterday, and then I had drawn the levels on a individual strike price chart, and that is available on the trading view. That strike price is your call 50,000 call option. Okay, so on that chart you can see this is a 15 minutes candle what I am showing it to you. And now we'll go and we'll just see how it looks like in the 1 minute candle, so it will be clear to you what actually is happening. So here it is the 1 minute candle. So as you can see in the 1 minute candle, so these levels are very much important. So if you want to fix some kind of target, or if you want to keep a stop loss or something, these are very important, and these can be very useful if you want to keep a target or a stop loss for a particular strike price. So what can be done is that here you can apply your own indicator system, or anything that any other strategy that you are following in this chart, and along with those indicators or strategies, whatever you are following, along with that you have to put these support and resistance levels, because support and resistance levels are very important. They are the most important things that we have to look in the market actually. So without if you are not working with support and resistance levels, you don't know about the support and resistance level, like you are working like a blind, you are walking like a blind in the market. So this is the situation actually. So here individual levels can also be made and can be followed, and can be plotted and followed. So the friends, the market is over for 8th of August, and we have got the data for 8th of August, and we have the previous data also, on basis of which we have plotted the levels for 9th of August. And here what we see is that pivot has gone a few points up. So now it is at 50135, and then our R1 and S1 are at 50375 and 49991, and R2 is at 50524, and S2 may be varying between 49810 and 49746. So we'll keep both the points, and then we have R3, R4 and S3, S4. Here these points are mentioned, and that what you have to do is that you have to draw in your chart. Basically we have to draw like this. Actually in the trading view chart, not here, but in the trading view chart you have to draw like this. So these points actually will help us, will guide us, like what kind of trade we should take and in which direction we should take, basically based on the rules that I have explained previously. So, and now we are also monitoring the a call option that is 50,000 CE. So today also we had monitored that option, and tomorrow also we will monitor that option. So basically what we are going to do tomorrow, friends, is that we will not remove the today's levels. Like for the index also, we are keeping today's levels only, means the levels that were made on 7th of August and that are applicable to 8th of August. We will keep those levels as it is on the chart of 9th of August. Okay, so first we will see what happens with those levels, means those levels are followed or not, or how it shows as the what kind of level it shows. That first we will study. Later on what we will do, we will be putting these levels that we have created today, that we will be putting later on. Okay, that we will be putting later on these levels. And then let us see what happens in the tomorrow's market. So friends, this chart I am showing you on 9th of August. So today is 9th of August and you can see the live market is going on. Now that the time is about 11 AM now. So I am showing you in 15-minute candles. So you can see what has happened. The yesterday levels that I had put, the yesterday levels are in place. And let us see what has happened with the yesterday, with the levels that were made for yesterday. That is, these levels were made for 8th of August. And now we have, suppose we have not removed those levels and we are seeing the chart on 9th of August. So let's see in live market actually what is happening. So this is in 15 minutes chart. So let us go to the 1 minute candle. So as you can see friends, in 1 minute candle you can see there is a huge gap up that has happened, and gap up it has started approximately at a place where there we had the breakout level. This is the breakout level. So it has happened above the breakout level. You can check the breakout level, what was the breakout level in the list. In the list it is already given, and then it has reached the target number 1, and then reached the final target that is there in the list. It has reached, and then it is slowly it is coming down. Actually I have not made all the intermediate levels are also there, that has not been shown here. So the interlayer, if you draw the intermediate levels, you can see that the price actually the value is coming down level by level. It is not abrupt or anything random that is happening. Okay, it is, everything is happening according to the levels. So it is very important that we must know the levels actually. And then next what we'll see that what has happened to the yesterday. We have seen that we have made a chart. We have made the levels for 50,000 call option. So let us see what has happened with the 50,000 call option. The yesterday's level are in place. Along with that, we have made some other levels, new levels, because there was a huge gap up. So we had to make the new levels. So let us see what has happened there. So friends, here we can see the Banknifty chart with the new levels that have been plotted here. In the older levels, that is in the 8th August levels, you can if you remember, the breakout was obtained because there was a huge gap up today, and the breakout was obtained, and it has touched the target 1 and target 2. But here in the new levels, what we can see, the breakout has occurred, but it has touched the target 1 but not the target 2. Okay, and now the other levels, if you plot other levels also, you can see that it is very like if it is following all the other levels that have been given in the list. So now we'll move on to the other thing, that is the Banknifty 50,000 CA, and see what is the position now. And there also we have plotted the new levels. So here I have given, oh, now these are the new levels that have been plotted there. So you can see as there was a big gap up in Banknifty, here also there was a big gap up, and you can see how the levels are being followed here, and it is going, the market is going level to level, and it is respecting all the levels that are there. So if somebody wants to trade, he has to know all the levels, means he has to know where is the support, where is the resistance. Without knowing the support and resistance, actually he will be trading like a blind. So basically trading without knowing the support and resistance is trading like a blind. So basically you cannot succeed in the markets until and unless you know where is the support and where is the resistance. So these things you have to keep in mind. So friends, today market is over, that is 9th of August. Market is over, and we have got the data for the 9th of August, and we have the previous data also. So basis of that, we are going to predict the levels that will be there on 12th of August. That will be the most probable levels for 12th of August 2024, and that is a Monday. So here we see that the pivot has gone a lot up. Like previously it was I think 50.10135, and now it has gone up to 55.28. So all the levels basically have changed. So here we see the R1 is at 55.85, then R2 is at 56.73, and then there will be breakout. If the breakout is there, then the R3 and R4 are 795, 57.95 and 58.18. On the lower side, you can see the support S1 is at 53.76, then the breakout is at 52.99, and then S3 is the target, the first target. Major target is at 51.88, and S4 is at 51.27. Other than that, there are the intermediate levels are there. So these levels are important when you are going for a scalping kind of a trade. If you are aiming for a scalping kind of a trade, you can always take help of these levels, because these levels are also respected. Now let us see in the form of a chart, like we have to draw this kind of levels on the trading view chart. At least we should put at least this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and then 8 and 9 lines, like I am telling it for R4 and S4. So at least 9 lines we must put on the chart, so that it guides us. And then all the intermediate lines, as we see the prices moving, we can put all the intermediate lines over there. So that is not a problem. So first we must put all these 9 lines on the chart. And then we have also analyzed that call option that we were tracking, that is 50,000 CE. We can see these are the levels. You can just note down these levels and can track on 12th of August. On 12th of August we will be back and we will check whether our predictions have matched or not, and then we will get the predictions for 13th of August. So friends, goodbye for now. Hope you liked the video. So please like and subscribe my channel, so you don't have to find again and again, you don't have to search for the channel. So friends, bye.